Warning, Caffeinated Conquest features adult nerds using adult language. Seriously, don't say we didn't warn you.
So, we record at our player Tom's house, and tonight his dad brought over his date, I guess, or something. I have never seen a woman look that terrified ever in my life as when she opened the door. So, we are producing this series of videos in partnership with High Level Games to promote their new line of storytelling chronicle one-page jumpstarts. We're not actually getting paid for this. And the reason that I say that is so I can say without any hint of collusion that these are actually some pretty good products.
We'll be the judge of that.
I mean, okay, yes, but I mean, like, I would probably use these for a one-shot. I think they're really cool. There's just enough, like, they give you story, and then they expect the ST to fill stuff in around them, which I think is great, because that means you can take it in whatever direction you want.
The storyteller dynamic?
Yes. My favorite is probably the Templar's Child, but I had too many ideas for that, and we would have been here all fucking night with that, so we're actually going to go with two other ones.
It was too good.
Damn it.
Need more time.
Also, as this is a one-shot, I thought this would be a really fun time to introduce the players from our home game.
Oh no.
If you've watched our V5 Alpha playtest, we mentioned a couple times our home game that takes place in Chicago in Vampire the Masquerade, and now I have finally brought my PCs, my player characters, to Calf Cannon. So let's go. Let's go around the table. Who wants to start?
I nominate Xavier.
I do too.
Okay.
You look like if Blade and Crocodile Dundee had a gay baby.
That's not a vampire. I am going to be playing Gabriel. Gabriel is my first vampire, and to this day, probably my best one, both morally and ability-wise. He's a man from Louisiana, and he lost everything when a vampire attacked his family and turned him into a vampire because he was a dick. I don't know who my sire is yet,
What?
right?
It has not been discovered. What? Tom?
Why is Gabriel a dick?
You've seen the damage he does.
Now, when I first made this character, I didn't know what the fuck the backgrounds were. So I put 5 points in Mentor.
And he's never looked back.
And to this day, Mentor is probably my favorite background now. Because one of the suggestions for, like, that level of Mentor is a Justicar. I'm like, Justicar sounds cool. Let me go see what that is. And then I stumbled across Madame Gill, who, if you don't know who that is, she's a badass, like, manipulative, anti-vampire vampire. Like, she's great. I'm like, I want that lady as my mentor. And
She's
so,
also like 14, isn't she?
16? Completely within legal age. And also, she's like 100 and something now. Or like 400.
Wasn't she embraced in like the 1700s or something?
Yeah, she's old as shit. But she's also, like, crazy, and she gets red listed, but
So
we
it's
don't
the
talk
anime
about
logic.
Yeah.
She's really 16, trust me.
But, yeah, my character's currently working directly for her.
She's get shot then? Pretty much.
And I've done an okay job. There's been some things that happened in a couple times that she questions my competence.
But little does she realize that there's a new sheriff in town.
And yeah, that's the majority of my character. A simple man. He punches things and kills things.
Sometimes werewolves.
Sometimes werewolves.
Adam.
Mine is a kind of newly made character, James Spunk. My previous character died, so he's
How did your previous character die, Adam? Regale them with that story.
in a White Flash. Was the last thing he remembers?
If I remember correctly, you chemistryed a pack of attacking werewolves onto people who had white phosphorus grenades.
Yep, sounds like a good idea. Colological. Trademark coming soon.
perfect shirt.
But yeah, Adam's last character died in a blaze of some kind of glory, I guess.
Well, just trying to get into.
Died in a blaze of the glory hole.
That's the way. That's way to do it.
Point is, you tried.
Try yeah. And I am a Ravnos. I'm a leader of a biker gang now. Yeah. I guess yeah.
Not quite leader
Yeah.
yet.
I guess
You're like a lieutenant
second in command of the biker gang
by default.
by default. Yeah.
Los Lobos Negros.
Yeah. And
And you have 4 dots of fortitude to make sure that never
I'm never gonna die again.
prosperity be damned. It's I got foul blood and tough skin also, so I'm gonna hurt.
So, now to the side of the
Little
table
fortune,
we've all
yeah.
been looking forward to.
No forward tough.
Tonight, I play one of my favorite characters, Korvish Sharlayev. A Russian Assamite who used to be the codpiece of Stalin, killing willy-nilly as he needed me to, sent me to some Middle Eastern shithole to assassinate a prince, and was taken in to their dark covenant. In any case, I got turned and shoved into a fucking dungeon, escaped to America to make a new life for myself as a hired gun. I drink vodka, I shoot people, and I always pull out my Beretta.
He's almost finished the actual vodka we have too.
It's going good, I promise. We'll finish it by tonight.
He's been talking like that all day.
Ugh, we laugh, but
I am a
We laugh to hide the tears.
I'm a simple Assamite, just an assassin, very quiet, very sneaky. I come with my compatriots, Sven, my hacker, and for some reason I forgot the name of my driver.
Yakov.
Yakov! Yakov, we'd have many adventures, yes we have.
Yakov recently died on your last adventure, didn't
Yes, he did, in a blaze of glory. We pulled out a minigun and fucking tried to breathe down a fucking house. And he got shot. I had to bring that fucker back. In any case.
So Yakov is now an Assamite of his very own.
Yes, I do have a very small coterie. We chill in the city. We do what we do, trying to make money, hits and whatnot.
Go bowling.
Go bowling, feed the family, you know? In any case, that is Kor Vos Shatlayi.
oh boy. My character is Kura Yuki no Oji Kogeru Yoruni Saitahana, also known as the Black Snow Prince, the flower that blooms in winter. And he is a toreador who studies the blade. So my character is basically a rich white kid who has always had a fascination with Japan and Japanese culture. Yeah, he is a huge weeb. He actually has his own dojin, which is part of my flaws, where he basically turns into manga form his own exploits, which people read as wildly popular fiction on Japanese message boards. However, that would probably get me in huge trouble with the Camarilla if they found out that I'm basically putting vampire secrets into manga form. Am I saying that correctly, or is your girlfriend going to get mad at me?
I don't know. We'll have to wait till I'm editing the video and then we'll see what she complains about.
Yeah, so he went to Japan and he really wanted to study the blade and become a kendo master. However, his father wouldn't pay for that. However, he convinced him to allow him to take woodblock printing lessons, of which he has become a veritable master. However, he has studied the blade on his own time, and he is currently, well, he was in Chicago at the time, making a name for himself as an artist and a new kindred. However, I should also mention that he is a huge stereotype. He basically acts like a very stereotypical vampire out of something a la Vampire Knight and other vampire manga. He is also a victim of the Masquerade and believes this is just some huge role-playing thing going on.
I do wish you went with the Asian vampires. The Shenko.
Yes, his real name is Ezra Kingsley. However, he will not tell you that. He is strictly the Black Snow Prince, the flower who blooms in winter.
Alright, and for the other vampire that has been with this coterie since the very beginning.
It's a fucking fabulous costume. Just 2 thumbs up.
I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. I am playing the part of Orpheus Carados. He's a pharmacist by trade. Malkavian, in fact. Not one of those crazy fish malks, though, so not intolerable. What else is there to tell? Yeah, I think that's about it.
I mean, I think they'll figure out the rest.
He put a bomb in my last vampire's chest.
Oh, right. Yeah, the fate of Josh's first vampire ended with a bomb in his chest that he asked for.
I did ask for it, to be fair.
And of course, Orpheus gave him the bomb, but not the detonator. That he kept for himself.
He's not stupid.
He gave me a detonator, not the detonator.
Giving him the detonator would have been dangerous. This is also probably one of my more morally light characters, although he'll probably dip into gray area at some points, as curiosity tends to take fold from him a lot. Being a high researcher at Pentex, was it?
Megadon Pharmaceuticals,
That one.
which is a subsidiary of Pentex.
Yeah, he has a lot of access to money as well as his own domain, and recently got a 3 dots of mentor.
Oh, that's right.
Does that mean he's met Chad Posington at some point?
Why?
The Pentex relation?
He's been invited to a thing, and he's just like.
I mean, lots of people work for Pentex. You do remember who your mentor was, right?
Yeah, Critias,
Okay.
which I actually played her in another video.
That one may or may not air the same week as this. We'll find out.
Never mind, I ignore that. Spoiler warning.
All right, so Mr. Gabriel,
Yes.
as
I'm on the couch.
well, I'm sure you were for a good part of this.
I'm sure the couch grows out of you at this point.
They replaced the couch several times. They just framed the ass cheek imprint on the wall.
Weapons?
So the Sabbat invasion of Chicago has been sort of quiet lately. And recently, the Tremere Regent of Boston, Massachusetts has called in a favor with the Camarilla. She needs something done. And as an Archon in training, with Madame Guy looking over Chicago and taking it into her custodianship, she thought this would be a good time for you to sort of spread your wings and basically learn how to be servile and kick ass at the same time.
Yes.
So you were sent to Boston, and of course, you convinced your coterie to come to back you up. Exactly how you did that is beyond the scope of this adventure. You might owe them some
Corvus, I
favors.
haven't seen you in like, what, 10 months?
I'm sorry.
I would like to know how you convinced us all. Individually, in fact.
You said money and I showed up.
Yeah, and then I don't know.
Like
What, I don't know what I would. Do you want me to get you in touch with like the Quajin?
Actual Japanese vampires.
what's up? Hasanamiku concert was in the area.
You gave me tickets to Baby Metal. We'll go with that.
The burlesque show?
Dude, I'm sad I missed that. Anyways,
Oh.
That's gonna sound really weird with that context.
they'll figure it out.
No, nobody's going to figure it out.
If they went to Gen Con.
If they were cool and went to Gen Con, they would know.
OG, thanks.
Next year.
How the fuck would I convince you? I mean, I guess I could just tell you, right? Like, I could tell you to tell, or I could tell your other character to tell him.
No, my first character is the... What is it called?
The-
The sire of
the
his
sire,
character. He's currently out of
So I'd be
commission.
like, hey buddy, I need your help. You'd just be like, I can't do it. I'm gonna send my other guy.
I'm sending my lieutenant.
And then, I don't know, Orpheus, why would you not want to be around me? Like, your house was bombed.
No, it wasn't.
All right,
His lab.
your lab was bombed.
Yeah, but haven't we already wrapped that up?
I don't think so, actually.
You kind of
We started investigating.
subverted it.
Yeah.
It was, you got to the bottom of that real fast without actually hitting all the little pachinko points on the way down. But yeah, it was essentially an elaborate ruse by the Sabbat to make way for their invasion by taking out everybody that was seen in contact with the Justicar's little friend.
I prefer the term attack dog.
So then you're the reason I got attacked.
You don't know that?
Yes, he does. You saw the Polaroids of him and Madame Gale and yourself.
Oh, that's right. He was on the Batman nipples.
Okay, to be fair, they might want to attack me because of the bat nipples.
Gabriel has worn a Joel Schumacher Batman costume on more than one occasion.
Because when your clothes get bloody, you don't have extras.
He asked Orpheus to purchase for him some new clothes, and Orpheus deigned to buy him a Batman costume complete with bat nipples. Anyway, so yes, why has the good Orpheus Caritas come with you?
I don't know, why would you want to?
This isn't up to me. You have to convince.
So I can make it up and it can be true?
Maybe.
You got the other ticket to Baby.
I spit on it.
I mean, I'm sure Critias would want him to go too.
To go to Baby Metal?
To go to Boston, because Critias likes knowing things and doesn't like being out of the loop. So I might have been like, hey, Orpheus, and you're like, oh, I don't know. And Critias would be like, you should go.
I'll accept it, although I think I see Critias as more of just a friend. Than
I mean, yeah.
At this point, are you like a homeless, really smart guy?
No, dude, I have so much money.
It's like that guy I see at the library all the time.
I could walk into any neighborhood, walk into someone's house, and say, I want to buy this. And show them the cash.
I'm in the White House.
So anyway,
To Boston.
you guys find yourself in this glorious mansion where the Tremere Regent is meeting you. And she seems to radiate just this palpable aura of control. Nothing is out of place. Nothing is left to blow in the breeze. This auburn hair pulled back into this tight, back-swept bun, tight chokers. Her pantsuit has been artistically tailored to her body type by an artisan's hand.
I love
Even-
this lady.
Even though she...
Nothing.
Even though she appears to be maybe early to mid 40s, there's not so much as a wrinkle on her face, as though by the sheer willpower that she exudes, she does not allow her skin to slough from the muscles. And with arms crossed, she sort of looks as your motley crew begins to approach her. So this is what the Ivory Tower deigns to send me.
The Black Snow Prince is at your service. Truly you could ask for no more.
So, what is your character actually wearing right now?
Probably like an actual artisan kimono from Japan. His hair is probably currently dyed white. His hair is a natural color, dyed white, and he probably has his red contacts in. With
No, does he have two different color contacts?
yes,
One
Yeah.
red, one yellow.
he has his fake vampire teeth put in.
He's the son of the Dragon King.
He probably has like the sparkly black eyeshadow and black lipstick, white powder face.
And how are you wearing your Naruto headband?
Do you have long hair?
Yes, he has very long hair. Just kind of draping Japanese yokai lady kind of
I
long
know.
white hair.
I know what you mean. The old Asian witch style.
Yes.
I love the ring.
She sort of cocks her head to the side as she appraises you, and then to Crocodile Blade, and says,
That's not a blade.
Fair enough. I suppose even you would be able to succeed at such a simple task I have to offer you.
Of course, if the money's right.
If all you want is money, then most assuredly I can handle that. It's a very simple question, or shall I say a very simple request. There's a box, a small brown mahogany box that rests in the apartment of an old widow. I wish you to retrieve it for me. Do not open it, for what's inside could be very dangerous. You will know it by the mason's sextant that is emblazoned upon it in gold. I trust vampires of your stature can handle an old woman, yes?
Absolutely, but why do you ask such an ability for such a low task?
Does that matter to you?
I'm assuming this woman isn't human, or else you wouldn't have just called us to do that.
Oh no, she's quite mortal.
Did she do magic?
I would like some kind of persuasion roll.
Ah, yes, she lives on Magician's Row.
So you're definitely getting the feeling that this lady's not entirely on the up and up, obviously. So yeah, give me some kind of persuasion to try and get some more information out of it.
Can we do the V5 rule in the system?
Gonna muddle this with
You know
V5.
what? I mean, you can just talk to her. I mean,
Yeah, you could interrupt. I can't talk. I have manipulation of 1.
No, you have the dialogue wheel open, so we can't interject.
Oh, sorry.
But, my lady, why is a task of speaking to a simple low mortal needed of kindred from afar?
give it to me.
What is that, manipulation or charisma?
Whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, appearance.
And persuasion?
I mean, if he's gonna try to flirt with her,
Appearance, intimidation.
Etiquette.
maybe she fetishizes. Well, he's not quite Japanese, right? He's doing his damnedest to look.
No, he's Japanese enough, but Daddy would still approve.
He's some kind of Yoshimitsu skin. Anyway, go ahead and roll it.
Manipulation what?
Manipulation, how are you trying to coax the information out of her? It could be empathy if you're trying to, I guess, kind of level with me. I really don't understand. It could be persuasion, subterfuge. What you tell me how you want to get the information from her.
I'm sort of trying to level with her. I'll use empathy.
Okay.
Does this use my persuasive specialty?
Sure.
Wait, I've learned from the best. Burst out in tears.
2 successes.
2 successes. So, she sort of considers for a moment. Fair question, I suppose. The woman's husband was an occultist of some merit, which is why I'm interested in the box. And it would not be a great leap to assume that the woman might have some fraction, however small or large, of her husband's knowledge that may have been shared with her. I myself am busy, and I cannot trust my ghouls to gather the box for me. So I need a group of kindred sent to make sure it's done properly. Also, I suppose it would be naive to think that I'm the only one seeking the box.
Alright. Get the box, don't open it. Simple enough.
Works for me.
Very well then. You have my blade, my man.
She will give you an address and tell you that you will find the box on the mantle in the 3rd-story apartment. She'll give you the exact apartment. She scried it, whatever. She's 100% sure of this information.
We're off to see the wizard.
So, who's got up? Just kidding.
Adam.
Like, fortitude is
He's gonna hide us with his sheer fortitude.
like,
Fortitude is like getting a dump truck to knock you through the wall and going, you can't see me.
Let's not go balls to the walls yet, you know what I'm saying?
Also, you guys left without ever negotiating a price with her. So.
Wait a minute!
Yeah, how much money?
What is the moulash that's coming to us?
Eventually, we walk up there. Hold on
Don't
one
people use
second.
rubles?
Ruples. I haven't lived in that fucking country for at least half a century.
Oh yeah, come on.
Fine. What do you want?
True camels. That's good.
$250,000.
$250,000, no.
Camels.
Seems like quite a bit. How
That's a
much
lot
is
of
this
yen.
box worth to you?
Enough to contract vampires to get it. Please do not waste my time.
I'll let you know when we come back how much the price is by how much blood is spilled.
Fine. Just please do attempt to abide by the masquerade. At least attempt.
She's Shamir, right?
Yes, you would know for a fact she's a Tremere Regent, and she does not know what you are because Madame Guile has rather mercifully and for political reasons decided to obfuscate the fact that Gabriel is a caitiff.
He's like, oh yeah, he's a Toreador. He's really punchy. Toreadors express themselves in different ways.
His is a martial art.
It's a much.
Very well.
In clanless.
Since I drive myself nowhere, I go out to the front parking lot and stand in front of my limo, Yakov at the seat.
Yakov looking just stone-faced and stoic as ever.
Seems like we have a job.
Da, maestro.
Who will be riding with us?
Well, I think we should all come up with a plan first.
We can plan on the ride, no?
Yes. I don't know how the traffic is in Boston.
I'm sure it's shitty.
Depends on the time.
I mean, it's like, what, 10 o'clock?
Sure, if that's how you want to say it. It's fairly early yet.
What day of the week?
What month is it? When the sun goes
Shut
down?
your fucking face.
Is it close to the solar solstice?
We'll say it's winter time. Okay, so there's a pretty even snowfall coming down. It's fucking Thursday. What do you? I don't understand what that's.
Tell Yakov to drive slowly.
College night! Yakov must drive slowly. That is fine.
Dude, we're vampires.
What did we hit?
Balls to the wall.
Yes. Like, what are we gonna do? Not wear our seatbelts?
What the fuck do you want from me?
I'm getting in the limo. I'm ready to discuss plans in a mode of luxury in the limo.
I'm assuming. I didn't bring my bike.
I'll enter the limo as well. I'm not gonna sit next to you though.
How many seats do you have in your limo?
Why?
It's like one of those wraparound backs.
Yeah, with a giant fucking minigun in the center. But
It's in the middle.
centerpiece.
I just want you to realize the dichotomy. You're an assassin. You have quietus. You're best at your job when nobody ever knows you're there.
Quietest plus minigun equals win.
I can't I can't argue with that. It's worked out.
It's like a silence.
It is the silencer.
The silent death.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, we won't use it if we don't need to.
I hope not.
Getting in the car, I'm gonna ask if you have a liquor cabinet with any sake.
Oh my god.
I press a button and a cooler comes up, only displaying blood. Only got this shit, bro.
Do you have any?
Do you have the
Japanese
eat food
victims?
merit?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you're just eating like top ramen?
No, I take out like a thing of green tea Kit Kats and start eating it. No, he's a weeb. He's eating Pocky Sticks.
Hey, Pocky Sticks are delicious.
It's just like, how do you function?
Are you really?
Just the cookies and cream ones that were okay. The original are better.
Do you also eat them in the weeb way where you just like put the end of their mouth and you're like, no.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
They can carry it down.
So, plan.
I asked the professor if how much intertwining do the vampire have with Masonic people?
Translation?
How much interweaving between those two different subcultures exist?
Between vampires and stonemasons. I don't know why you would know that. He just asked that.
Is the doctor?
I am a man of science, not of history, unfortunately.
Well, back in my day.
You went to college? Ah, fuck.
Can I give him an
Yes.
educated guess?
Yeah, he got a useful degree.
What What would it be?
Give me intelligence occult.
I have that. And now that one of our viewers has explained the rules to me, I'll try to keep that in mind.
Oh, because I was never applying the penalties?
Shout out to who?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Some person. I mean, I knew.
I think it was
had it,
Daystra.
so-
Okay. The one with the devil for his...
Yeah, I believe it was Daystra. Thank you, Daystra. If it wasn't Daystra, I will put your name here along with the acknowledgement that I fucked up.
Oh, no successes. I got a 9 and a 1.
You don't know. It's... How much do you believe in the Illuminati, I guess, as a weeb?
Probably a 6 out of 10.
A 6 out of 10? Well, if you figure the Camarilla runs everything and they're behind every major, conspiracy and stuff, depending on how conspiratorially minded you are, then you might even think the inner circle of the Camarilla is the Illuminati. So you might think that maybe the stonemasons are a mortal arm or some such. It wouldn't be that far of a stretch of the imagination, especially if you're kind of, I don't know.
Whatever it is, we should be wary of it.
It was Daystra.
Oh, thank you, Tom.
Also, looking sharp in that costume.
It adds to the cadence of my voice.
Somebody's going to comment and ask what costume I was wearing.
They don't get to fucking watch.
You have to subscribe to our Patreon to find out.
That's the $10 tier.
$10
To
tier.
get the Tom Cam.
The Tom King.
But before that, they have to sign an NDA. They can't talk about Tom the way Tom looks.
That links us to our sexy Cam profile.
Wait, what?
That's where Tom's camera is.
Oh, I was like, what?
So that's the Easter egg. His camera's been on Pornhub this whole time.
Just have it redirect 5 times until my cams.
So what's the plan for breaking into this place?
Yeah.
Well, can't we just ask for it?
I have a feeling that if somebody could just ask for it, then they wouldn't have called us.
Well, if someone could just break in, then wouldn't the Tremere haven't needed us?
And perhaps we could try to buy it. I could appear as a connoisseur of such things.
I don't think you can.
Why not? I'm wearing my formal regalia.
Perhaps
That's the problem.
Perhaps if we had more Western attire, that would be associated with the stonemasons.
Foreign investor in artifacts.
Well, pardon me, but I choose not to garb myself in the clothing of barbarianism.
I'm not gonna deny that Western civilization has been pretty barbaric, but
Need I remind you, World War II?
Right. I feel like we should scope the place out and see what we're dealing with.
Well, you all can do that while I pretend to be a buyer. I have the money should she actually wish to sell it to me.
Well, you walk in the front door if you want to. We'll be hanging back.
One in the front, 2 in the back.
Hey.
Yeah, people that can go invisible, or whatever, should see if they can scope out the place first. Because I don't want traps.
You just go with a motorcycle hiding behind the motorcycle.
You have
Well,
you take one of his bonsai trees and just
They can't see me, right, guys? That plus 2 to stealth, right?
Give Yakov the address and let him know to start driving.
The Maestro Yakov starts weaving his way through the Boston traffic, expertly navigating the ice slicks and the black ice and the hazardous driving conditions where lesser drivers would falter.
Because he's a vampire. He's got that sweet celerity, dude.
Beautiful man, that's what he is.
So you arrive at the apartment building. What are you guys going to do?
What apartment was it?
It's on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
Beyond that, the Tremere region told you exactly which one it is, but I mean, you can 123 do Avenue. I don't know if fuck you can make up whatever it is.
Alright. Perception alertness. See what's looking at the front.
You don't need to roll perception alertness for that. It's fairly placid. You can see that windows are aglow with the evening light. Probably, maybe some younger families enjoying a late dinner tonight. Or, you can see the blue flicker of televisions pulsing onto the street. Just looks like a city unwinding from the day.
Joke's on you. You can't use the opposite of awareness. If I don't have either of them.
It's snowing right now, right?
Yes.
My character. My character sort of just steps out very regally into the snow and just sort of looks up and be like, "How blessed the whiteness of death that falls down upon us."
Arigato, kami-san.
Do you stick your hand inside your coat?
Yes. My katana hanging at my side. And I sort of look at Orpheus. Doesn't it just make you feel like writing poetry?
I've never been one for the liberal arts. I'd like to actually apply my knowledge.
To each their own, I suppose.
You got a useful degree. I'm okay. I rag on that. Actually, I would like to get a history degree, but I'm not. I wouldn't employ that in like actual work. I'd want to do that for when I'm old and retired and just teaching history class. That's what I would use it for. I'm not gonna.
If you were going to apply it to work, how are you teaching a history class?
What?
If you're not going to apply it to work, then why are you teaching a history class?
Because I'm retired and I don't give a fuck anymore.
Xavier confirmed for a history professor.
Right.
Let's go. So yeah,
I'm going. I'm assuming how nice is the apartment complex?
it's not like a project, but we're not talking about like the ritzy neighborhood. It's just a rather average run of the mill high-rise apartment.
I poke my head in and tell Yakov, go around the block a few times. I tap on my Bluetooth to make sure I'm connected to him.
So is he the only one that's getting out right now?
I will be getting out with them.
Okay, and then you're gonna have Yakov circle a block with everybody else.
If they don't want to get out, then yes.
I should probably get out.
Saying,
You're gonna stay in the fucking car. Alright, guys, good luck.
He's gonna stay in with the minigun.
I'm gonna like, just have the thing pointed at the third floor the whole time.
Do you seriously do that?
You're not allowed to touch the guns.
You can't tell me what to do. I got out of the car.
Yakov will kick you the fuck out.
It's like password protected, but the keypad is in Russian.
Yes.
You have to pour vodka into a container to get it to come out.
Cheers!
Alright, so. Most of us will get out.
Is Orpheus getting out?
Yeah, I'll get out.
Okay, so James Spunk, you and Yakov are alone in the car.
I go in shotgun this side.
Roll seduction.
Don't come around here often.
So Yakov begins driving away, looking dead forward, stock still, almost like a statue. You can't even see his eyes dark behind his glasses. And he just begins rolling forward to the nearest streetlight.
Just like go like that to him. Like, does he feel like he breaks concentration already?
He does not. This dude is a rock.
I thought he was Russian.
Like, how did you meet your master there? Is there stoic?
How did you meet your master?
Yeah.
I don't think it's any of your business.
Alright, so you guys get out of the car. He's, praising the Yuki. All about, what you doing?
We're gonna walk inside like we own the damn place.
I'm gonna go ahead and go straight to the apartment.
Okay, so you go in through the inside to the apartment. All four of you guys are going?
I'll sit on the bottom floor.
Okay, so you're going to stay on the bottom floor. You got your Bluetooth going.
Yeah, it's safe, I guess.
So you're just hanging out in the lobby. There's a bunch of like apartment magazines and
I'll grab one.
apartment finders.
There's apartment finders in an apartment. Like, you clearly don't want to be here. Can I use my auspex to listen in on through the door?
Yes, you can. So you guys get there, and
I too am turning on my auspex.
okay, your auspex is activated. Are you activating auspex?
I don't think I would have been paying attention to that.
Okay. So you guys get to the door, and you hear like a sound from the other side, and then a T, bong. I'd like to buy a vowel.
Why'd they say T and then buy a vowel?
Because T's not a vowel.
I know that, but I mean, you don't... you don't say the letter and then buy a vowel. Come on.
Tom has broken all immersion here.
because it's not first person.
Do you all wish to stand beside me, or should I go into this alone at first?
Convince her to step out, and our obfuscate people can go in.
Okay, I will do my best.
Should they choose to, or they can just hang out here.
Oh, what? Sorry, I think I was spending my time probably fixing some crooked paintings in the hallway.
I'm gonna sort of... Mushy
Okay.
mushy.
Oh!
No! That's
So
the
do
point.
you does everybody like kind of get out of vision?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then y'all break character when you hear that. You're like, okay.
With your aspects on, you can hear a creaking noise from within. You've clearly gotten some attention, but there's no response.
I'll obfuscate then,
Okay,
I assume at this point.
sure. So you
Pardon, but is anybody home?
hear like a chair creaks. There's like a agitated stomping, and the door swings open. And on the other side of the door, you can see what appears to be a woman in her 70s. She looks pretty fit. She's one of those like spry, athletic type of grandmas that could like run a marathon or something. And she does not look happy. Her face is very consternated, like maybe bothering her during wheel wasn't the best idea. She sort of leans on her door. The hell are you supposed to be? One of them bronies?
Greetings, ma'am. I'm Kurayuki no Oji Kogeru Yoroni Saitahana.
I'm gonna call you Cookie. What the fuck do you want?
Well, I prefer being called Black Snow Prince. I'm an artist.
Oh, Christ. You here to ask me to buy a magazine subscription, ain't you?
No, I'm actually here to hopefully procure an object from you. I've heard through my sources that you have a very peculiar object that I'm interested in for one of my art pieces.
Oh, yeah? What might that be?
I
I ain't parting with none of the Precious Moments figures.
No, not Precious Moments figures, but
I'm not
perhaps a box with some gold filigree. I've been told that it is in your possession. Of course, for my next upcoming series of woodblock printings, I believe it would be absolutely invaluable to my process to study the craftsmanship.
Woodblock printings? You want to study the craftsmanship of a box? Go find another box. There's tons of them in the city.
Yes, but you have a very particular box, man.
Oh, yeah? And what's it to you?
Well, I've heard of its particular craftsmanship through some of my fellow artisans, and having heard of its pedigree.
Yeah, what have you heard about it? What have you heard about the craftsmanship? Please enlighten me, Mr. Black Snow Princess.
He's probably not very upset about the genderization.
It's just like,
I am very pretty, yes.
No, Prince. Son.
Sama to you, ma'am. I'm like, please, ma'am, I've told you it's a very peculiar box. Gold print. I'm basically describing the box I've been told of. I'm like, I can pay a substantial amount for it.
She sort of looks to the left, looks to the right. It's a normal fucking box. I know you're lying to me. If you're gonna interrupt my wheel, you better start telling me the truth.
Ma'am, it's simply a box that I've heard of that has particular artistic qualities. Perhaps I could see it, or if you wish, we could come outside to discuss a price for what you would wish to part with it for.
She sort of narrows her eyes and leans in just a bit and says, "Are you one of them tell-me's?"
Pardon, ma'am.
Just say yes.
tell what?
Tell me.
I'm not sure what a tell-me's is.
I think that's the point. Where is Gabriel? Is he in view?
Probably not in view. Why? I'm probably like around a corner, just listening, just like, God damn it.
I'll approach and obfuscate him as well.
Okay, so you're gonna cloak the gathering?
Yeah.
Done deal.
Do I know I'm obfuscated?
Like, I can still see myself.
What a wonderful question. Do you give any indication that he's obfuscated?
No.
Then no.
I mean, I'll tap him.
Would he not pop into vision if he's doing the obfuscation for both of them, though?
I don't think so. Especially since Gabriel's already out of view, so he's just going to move from out of view to out of view while being invisible.
I mean, like I said, I'll like tap him on the shoulder and then that's it.
Okay.
I was like, yes, Orpheus?
You're invisible now.
You're
I can't. Wait, can I make noise?
No, you can't. I
You
believe.
can Morse code me.
I believe in the V20 version you can whisper. As long as you don't speak above a whisper, you can communicate while obfuscated.
You're a vampire.
I'm gonna tell her if you mean, what does she say? Tromi?
Tell me he's.
Telmihis? I'm like.
Tomorrow he rape?
Are you referring to the Romanian artist group? I'm strictly Nihonji affiliated.
You're wasting my fucking time and I'm missing wheel. And she slams the door in your face.
Can I put my sword into block the doorway?
You're gonna put your sword in the doorway?
No, I'm taking like my sword from my belt and I'm sort of sticking it in the doorway like this.
Man, you're
Okay.
Holding it from like right
It
here.
is a matter of honor.
Okay. What do you say as you do that?
I'm like, man, money is no object. Why don't you let me see the damn box?
From behind the door, she pulls out a shotgun and fires point blank.
Whoa! Now she escalated.
Oh, God damn it.
Man.
We
Hey,
should,
send your
probably
grandma.
do something about this.
Send your grandma.
Well, you're invisible.
Oh, I can't dodge, can I?
One, you can try.
You're black with the sword. Is
Just pretend to die.
It's okay.
What is it to dodge?
Dexterity, athletics.
That's okay. It's only bashing damage.
And I had celerity, yes.
Yes. Any dexterity roll.
Okay, is the door wide open now?
Yeah, basically.
I'll use this opportunity to slink in.
1, 2,
As will
3,
I.
4, 5 successes.
5 successes, so that's exactly what I rolled. So you drop out of the way as the buckshot just tears the wall behind you to pieces. And disturbingly, you can see the wallpaper begin to, like, ignite.
Oh.
Like embers in a fireplace, peeling it back, blacking it. It falls to the ground as.
What is wrong with these people?
Is that what is it? Is it a dragon fire round?
And at this point, I would like everyone to roll initiatives.